Mercedes-Benz Stadium just west of downtown Atlanta. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Value 1. Hey, exit.
On first down, Goff to the right side and complete to Hurst. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
To throw again on second down. Goff. He's going to float this over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. First carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, Muhammad. And some room to maneuver. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
56. Mike, 56 right there.
Evans from the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On the carry, it's Muhammad. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 29.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, orbit. Mike 20. Check.
2 for 66.
Back.
Here's Goff. He gets this to Davante Adams. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Well, you won.
Shit.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check.
Cornell. Hey, Delta.
Mike 20. Bandit.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he will find his man on the outside. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Yeah, good ball.
Check. Lucky.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And an alley to run. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Obama.
58 to Mike. Touchdown.
Now it's gone. It's caught here by Adams. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Davante Adams, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Here's Evans to throw on 2nd down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Goal. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Check 26, check 26.
11. 11. Hey, Alpha.
Mike. Let's go, let's go. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 50.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Ed Oliver has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On the ground, Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Falcons 14, Buccaneers 7.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
58, boy, 58, 58, Mike. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58.
From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to launch this thing way downfield, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Goff now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Tiger.
Goff. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. They'll run it with Kamara. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Alvin Kamara with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Evans now going to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Now Evans operating from the gun. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. J.J. Watt in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Taken from just outside the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Justice Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Back to throw is Evans. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Evans. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Quinnen Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
180. Mike, 58, right there. Now watch run, watch run. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike.
Hey, lift.
3rd and long. It's gone. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Quinnen Williams, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Check, ready. Hey, come on.
It's coming this way, coming this way.
66, run it, half, run it.
Evans on first down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw. Evans. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
Here's Evans on first and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Tampa Bay.
Ready. 70 ending.
Right there. 56. Strip the ball.
On first down, Muhammad. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Check it out, read.
On second down now, Muhammad. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there with touchdown number 2 in the game and 7 on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Lutz good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet.
Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On second down, Hill. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, criticism, they created some nice space for him.
58 to Mike, 58.
From the gun on third. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On second down, Muhammad. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Evans now. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
They'll try and run for it. No, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Here we go. 180. We're good. We're good. Hey, high 7. Get that quarterback.
58, boys. 58. 58, Mike. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
17. 17.
Now a first down throw. Gone. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Super 1. Undercut. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Goff now looks to throw. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Buccaneers.
Ready, 56.
I got you.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved.
Come on, fellas.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Hey, defense. Hey, defense, let's go.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
56. Mike, 56. 56.
Now Evans operating from the gun. Flushed out right. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. That'll bring up second down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now.
Mike 48. Mike 48. 3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz. Check.
Back to throw is Evans. To throw on second down. He'll find Metcalf. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Evans throwing on 4th down. And he's going to be sacked back on his this side of the field at the 44. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Watch the pass. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Buccaneers' 46-yard line.
58, come on. Watch a slant, watch a slant. Watch a slant.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 12.
180.
It's our time. It's our time.
Check. We go. 76. 76. Hey, Echo.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Five.
Man, I got you. 58's to Mike.
Back to throw. Goff. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Hey, Haywood. 2 for 66.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Pass him.
Operating from the gun, Evans. This is the tight end fan. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a 1st down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the 1st. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Evans to throw again. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
I'm trying to collect. Value three.
Goff now to throw. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Out of the gun. Goff. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Muhammad. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little game. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. They'll run with Muhammad, and he'll get this one up to the 26.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll roll, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Geno Atkins in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. This is taken at the 23. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9.
Protein spill. Hey, wahoo! 2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the run.
Goff now looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. They'll look to set up his blockers. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
Let's go!
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up. The Bucs on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Right there, 56.
Evans now. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Super one.
Goff on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Davante Adams with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Now Evans operating from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
56.
Back to throw is Evans. Throwing on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Justice Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Looking to throw. Evans. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back to throw. Evans going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. Evans throwing again. Man open, that's Marcus Green. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Evans. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. At their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. 20, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Justice Hill, 56 yards, and the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. There's a ball thrown. Complete. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and 6. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Evans. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the Buccaneers.
20.
58, the mic.
Going again on the ground here with Hill. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
12.
Hey, check 20.
Maverick. Hey, Zoo. Touch.
Now Goff.
Push it back.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely. Never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Evans. From the gun, he'll throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off at his own 47. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check it back.
Now it's gone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't will admit is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.